Right, so welcome to levelupyourgame.net. I'm Disrepute, and joining me for once, he's actually got out of bed, out of his wheelchair, to join us is Vor. Hello, Vor.
Hello, Dis. Great to be here.
It is great to be here indeed, and it is the last group stage match of the ESL Country Championship. Denmark versus France. They've both already qualified, so there's not too much on the line other than the side of the bracket you'll be in and who you face in the next knockout stage. The winner will face Austria and the loser will face Russia. We're going to go live in a second on Denmark's map Pit Purgatory. Let's have a look at the teams quickly. Nightop, ZLC, Exu and Viam is the Danish team. For France, Lincoln, Strength, Gizmo and CRV. Interesting lineups, Vor. Any comments to make?
Well, the thing that stands out the most, of course, this is there is no sign of Juvenile. No, #1 online player, and he is missing for this game. That is not good news for Denmark, but you know, they'll still feel that they have a chance, even without their star man. But it's disappointing that we don't get to see him play.
Well, what perhaps surprises me is France haven't chosen to play Wins.
Well, yeah, that is shocking as well. Wins one of the absolute best TDMers around these days, as he proved at DreamHack. And although he didn't win, he didn't go to QuakeCon, you know, everyone was thinking that, you know, he should have been there.
Following ZLC to start off with anyway, getting that quad spawn to get the shotgun, and he's got a rocket launcher out of that, so Denmark already 3 frags to the good. We can actually see the power-up times, 10 seconds away, so it's a very, very early power-ups. Of course, this map Purgatory has 2 power-ups, Battlesuit and Quad. Generally, we see most teams commit to Battlesuit, try and lock that down, and then just grab Quad. We'll have to see this so early. Strength's getting the Quad for France, and he's escaped with no real damage. Mega on the board as well. Do we know what's happening with the Battlesuit at all? Well, there it is through the teleport. It's Nightup's right in the back. Strength's is LG. What? Wow. Well, Strength just went for the frag on the other player, and Battlesuit just 180'd. Bam, rocket in the face. Strength's dead. Battlesuit running wild.
Still very even though. I mean, this is a good start for Denmark as far as the power-ups go. Eliminating that quad easily and making a few frags, but no team has gained any advantage from those first power-ups.
Yeah, here we go. Both teams are probably going to try and fight over this red room. It's the general kind of tactics you see. What else is important on the map, Vol?
Well, as you said, the red room is so important, not just because it has the red armor, but lightning gun sat right next to that red as well. And we always see that the railgun is hotly contested on this map as well. A very easy map to rail on. There's so many angles that are hard to counter against a railgun, and you hit so many shots across the map. But really, it's a very important weapon to control.
CRV grabbing that red after a couple of frags with the LG. Moves back to support a railgun pickup of his team. This is exactly the kind of routes you want to take with that red armor. He's moved to quad. Interesting
position.
He's
looking for health because he still has so much armor, but no health to work with.
Right. Okay.
Unfortunately, you know, if he'd have found some health, he'd have probably not backed away from that fight so easily. So the red was kind of wasted on such a low health player.
Looks like France did get the next red pickup though, and they'll probably be moving towards the Battlesuit now. As we see Denmark moving that way now, there's going to be 3 players at least over there. Exu with the
Lincoln has a nice position though.
Up to the yellow. It looks like Nightop's dropping the rocket launcher for Exu pickup, but he takes damage! There goes Strengths with the pickup of the quad.
Battlesuit did die. Strengths has a quad run and doesn't have to worry about the Battlesuit countering him.
Wow,
he does need to find some armor.
Teammate took the 25 in front of him, the 50 taken in front of him as well. France not really communicating health-wise. Why is he giving away an LG? With quad, but he's got a shotgun, he's got red armor. Getting health.
Again,
what is
hell? He must be fuming, surely. I mean, that was the perfect time for France to get a lot of frags on the board with no Battlesuit to counter quad, and Strengths didn't have the health to be confident in just running at people because he kept getting stolen in front of him.
I'm just amazed he gave away an LG. This is Strengths we're talking about. Probably one of the best LGs in the world.
Yeah, and LG of course is generally the favoured weapon for quad runners. And even with 60 ping, I don't think Strength struggles to LG with that sort of thing.
Either way, it was the health that really kind of cost him to survive out in that last battle, but he didn't really get any frags with the quad anyway. On Nightop's point of view now, 66% rail. He has got rail in his hand and hits Lincoln for an easy frag. France are ahead though. Denmark did take that last rail though, this is why he's back here.
Does have to deal with CRV and Strengths coming in to support CRV. Really good team play by France and secured the mat rail again.
Yeah, this time Strengths with the LG. Two Danish players right in front of them, both with shotgun. They can do a lot of damage with those shotguns, although he gets the frag in the end with only 4 health left.
Yeah, dealt with both, and he could pass on some weapons here to Lincoln.
That's good
Smart
play.
move.
Yeah, very good play.
This is what we see so many teams often fail to do, is hand off the weapons when you're weak, and Strengths did exactly that.
I'm going to cycle away from him, actually, not really do anything. Following Gizmo now. Drops down, ZLC. It's only 12 health with that shotgun though, and now Strength. Well, there he's picked up a quad again. He's definitely timing it well, and this time
he's been given the LG rather than not having it.
There you go, frag on the board. There's the battlesuit coming through. Exu with the pickup there.
Yeah.
See what Strengths do. He hasn't really got the armor to drop down and risk it. We'll have to see if he tries.
He doesn't have any armor himself, but
he can't really
want to drop into it.
Well, he's got the red time. This is perfect then. Battlesuit's surely just going to have to sit back against Strength's quad LG. Exu going fragged eventually, but he had nowhere really to go. And we're following Strengths again.
Yeah, he did just miss that rail pickup, but this is still a great route to take, because as you see, he's cut off so many Denmark players.
Oh my god!
This is such an important area of the map to control.
4 frags in a row there. It doesn't need the quad to get the frags.
A brilliant play, and he stays around here. He's still got armor, so he can pick up more kills and be there for the next rail.
Perfectly controlled LG on the bounce pad, hitting every cell of it. Look at the frag difference though. I mean, we're following players like Strengths who seem to be doing quite a lot, but the rest of his team can't be doing too much. They're only 8 frags ahead, and he just got, what, 6 frags, 7 frags in a row?
Yeah, obviously we are limited to only following one point of view, so it can be difficult to keep track of what is going on, but you'd think from Strengths' point of view that the game was heavily in France's favour. Yeah, it does seem like they've given up that red control.
He's hitting the most damage on the server, 3k, 17
wow,
for 6.
direct rocket.
Exu just coming out on top with the splash rocket there. He went down for the mega. Teammate took it in front of him. It's probably better to, rather than wasting an 8 health pickup.
Last red and mega taken by Denmark before power up. So this could really start bringing the game back in Denmark's favour.
Well, they look a little bit confused as to what to do here, though. There they are, all at battlesuit now. That's much better.
Yeah, they've got a strong control of this battlesuit, and wow, quad doesn't have a lot to work with.
Every time we see Strengths getting quad, but he's always on his own, so you'd presume that the rest of France are perhaps pushing the battlesuit, but it's not really what we saw on that occasion.
See the glow of the suit through the wall, so he knows where it is.
Nightop's easily fragged there by Strengths. He's got a nice armor stack still. Could get caught out by the point-blank range rocket, so you've got to be careful. Takes out ZLC. He's going to get 4 frags, is he? Maybe a 5th. Oh, it's eventually fragged, but a good quad run there.
Yeah, that keeps France in the lead. There was a chance for Denmark to do something on that power-up where Strengths, he was weak until he ran into that red armor room. He avoided 2 mid-air rockets. I say avoided, they kind of missed him just. But missed opportunity for Denmark, maybe.
So just over 10 frags is the margin now. We're again back on Strengths pov. I think I'm going to switch away though. If we switch to Gizmo, who just picked up that red, see what he can do with it. Rocket launcher, only 2 ammo on that, though he picks up the crate of 5 rockets.
He really needs a lightning gun.
No,
there it is for him.
No real push from Denmark here on the red.
No. And they're getting killed at the railgun, which I think was due up momentarily. So France, good play by them there. But excellent pushed in there.
What the hell? That shotgun absolutely demolished Gizmo. Did get fragged by Strength, who had come back perfectly timed for the red. They've been very sharp on those red times.
Yeah, France, really big advantage on the red at the moment. They've already taken 15 to Denmark's 4, and we highlighted that as a key item, and they are winning it heavily at the moment.
Kind of suggests that they're getting a lot more LGs as well. Of course, we can't see those stats, so it's just a bit of an assumption. Strengths won't be there for quad this time, surely. 5 seconds to go. He's only got 9 health, although I guess If no one else is there.
Well,
okay.
Health. Oh, but Lincoln, great job to steal the battle suit.
Is he going to go down? 2 health. Oh, the 5 is up. He's grabbed it. 1 health again. Does go down. Let's strict 2 strength. Who has got the quad? There's the LG sitting on spot. Why?
Hit by a rail from above. Didn't even see the rail beam on my screen.
His teammate just took LG right in front of him again. I don't understand really why, but anyway, quad does run down. He did get a frag with it, as we saw there. Railgun. Lost a lot of his health doing that though, all his armour. Going to cycle away from strength again, as I said. Seen a lot of him. Gizmo hasn't really got anything to work. The CRV, haven't seen anything of him. Trying to hit those grenades on Viam. Not going to come out on top there particularly.
There's really good control at the moment by France. I mean, Strengths is still hovering around that railgun area and controlling that ever so important area above red armour.
Yeah, we're following Viam's point of view. The red armour is up! Oh my god, does just save it with a rocket to the head of CRV. Strength's coming in with machine gun though. Oh my god, he's just escaped with 1 health. Probably should have shot and run at the same time there, but with 1 health you're not going to last too long. So, looking at halfway mark now, Vor. They have built up a bit of a difference.
Yeah.
20 odd frags.
Standout performer is certainly Strengths. I mean, we've seen him been taking those quads, and even though he hasn't picked up many kills with the quad, he has been picking up a lot of frags the rest of the time. 32 frags on the board for him already.
So far on ZOC, going to go through this teleporter, is he, and support the battlesuit setup from Denmark. We've seen
it does look like Denmark have a good setup, but you can see that ZOC himself is very low on health.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give away rocket right here. There you go, Strengths. Free quad again. I mean, no one from Denmark's going. If they knew every time Strengths was getting it with pretty much nothing, they might just start sending one guy there.
Oh, Strengths is weak, I think.
Well, I don't think he could
His
have got the red.
Strengths ran away with 50 health, so there was a chance for the battlesuit to kill him, but now Strengths has helped himself up slightly, so opportunity to pick up a few frags. There is the battlesuit.
Well, battlesuit palmed off its rocket launcher to go with just the shaft, and really could have done with spamming some rockets there.
Yeah, and you saw that missed opportunity to kill Strengths at the red, and he circles back round and kills battlesuit right at the end of quad.
Yeah, and then they take control of this red room. So it's working out perfectly for France at the moment, this control of the red. Just having a brief look at that, 19-7 on those pickups. They're losing out on the yellows, but not by too much. And the same with the megas. So it's really this red that's giving them a massive advantage.
Which you'd expect it to, because it's not just the red armour there, it is the LG right next to it. And LG, probably one of the best weapons on this map. Maybe tied with the rail.
It's also the position of the room. You control the central point. You can move either side of the map really quickly. Get control of different locations. Viam coming through the teleport. Strength's going to catch him out with LG, but Exu there try and support his teammate. Didn't pay off in the end.
Yeah, and Strength's pushed him back towards red, and his teammates finished him off.
Strength's just kind of wandering around the map now, just trying to
yeah, he's looking to get back into this position above the red, which there's a few Denmark players in, and it is a dangerous position to, let the other team sit around him, because they can spam rockets down onto that red armour and totally negate your red armour control.
So here we go, next power-up's 10 seconds away as quad, and Strength is going to look pretty decent for this. He's got an LG, a shotgun, doesn't really want to get caught out by Viam there with machine gun, lose all that armour, but here we go, perfect timing. No one's there again, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, and
nobody.
France have adapted their play because there's been no pressure on the quad at all game, and it's allowed France to attack battlesuit every time now with 3 people.
Strength chasing those frags. Red was just about to spawn, he did miss out on it. And he actually gets fragged as a result. Might have just waited a little bit longer. 1 second more he would have got the red and would have survived that rail. So perhaps a little error. Although not really one you could be picky about. Following CRV. First time we've seen him really with a decent weapon to utilise. Gets a frag on ZLC. Waiting for this mega. I wonder if that's been his job throughout the map. Oh!
Wow, hitting 2 pummels before he died then, that's brilliant work.
That's kind of crazy!
And it's a revenge kill.
Wow. That's good prediction that he'd come through the telly. I mean, it's kind of logical, but a lot of players don't think that way. So, I mean, there's quite a difference now. I'm talking about 30 frags for. Do you think Denmark can come back? And if they can, how should they do it?
Well, they need to change the way they're setting up the battle suit. At the moment, they're doing a good job in that they're all there for suit, but their positioning is not working because they put no pressure on quad all game. So what France are doing now is sending 3 people to suit every time, and if the fight takes place in the battle suit room, then it's unlikely that Denmark are going to have a strong suit runner. And we've seen that strengths, every time he's just on his own at quad, so if he has armour, none of it's getting taken away, and he gets that quad and can make a decent run out of it. Denmark really need to change their suit setup.
Nightops again, he's moved around the whole map with those double yellow pickups, and now he's back to battle suit. He's got every weapon available to him.
It does look like they did the right thing then. They took the fights outside the suit room. Oh no.
What on earth has happened there? How has he missed battle suit? He must have just gone to it a bit late.
Must have gone for the yellow, and as a result Lincoln got in.
So double power up for France, and this should extend their lead.
This really should just seal the win on this map for France now. That was a huge mistake by Denmark.
Nightops just getting a bit too greedy, it looked like, there with the yellow armours. Well, actually, no, we saw him pick it up before.
I didn't watch him to know for sure that's what he did, but that's where he came from when Lincoln killed him, was the yellow armour pickup area.
I mean, he must...
He's dropping down onto suit, Lincoln hits 100% plasma and took him out easily.
I can only think he just mistimed it. So this is Denmark's map. It's not looking too good for them at the moment.
Now, considering they won this map so comfortably against Germany, and France, you know, while they beat Germany on this map, it wasn't by a huge margin. And it was only by, I think, 25, 30 frags, and after the way Denmark beat Germany, I thought this would be a much closer game, but this is a pretty comfortable lead, 35 frags.
Do you think the difference is no Juvenile?
Yeah, I guess so.
Somebody running around the map, hitting every single rail, tearing that armour away.
Yeah, I mean, we saw against Germany that while the rest of his team did 6.5k damage in 20 minutes, he was able to do 11k. Which, you know, if you're missing that damage output, makes such a huge difference. We can really see from the stats how easily France are finding the control of red. 30 red armours to Denmark's 8, that's a huge difference.
I mean, I would say as well, it's going to be advisable to definitely win this match, so win the group, because you're probably on the easier side of the bracket. So just following Viam with the battlesuit, see what he can do with it.
No armour.
Wow,
2 direct rockets.
Do we know what happened to Quad? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, Quad is still alive with Lincoln, just come into red armour now, he has 100 armour to work
Oh, Viam dived right into the shaft. He's going to have to back off, all of his teammates could go down here. In fact,
Everyone goes down.
Every single person went down. To Lincoln there. Oh, great first shotgun. Oh my god, 1 health. Fine, might as well palm off his weapon and then just hunt for these 5s, yeah.
Amazing dodging and aim there by Lincoln.
So, the winner of this will go on to play Austria in their quarter-final. The other quarter-final in that side of the bracket is Finland and the United Kingdom. The loser will go on to play Russia, and that other side of the bracket includes Sweden, who you'd probably say are the favourites for the tournament. They'll be facing off against Hungary tomorrow. So it's definitely a match you want to win, this one.
Yeah, I think so. I think you want to win every match. I mean, maybe you can look at a game and say, maybe we'll just give this one up and play this team in the next round.
Well, we've
I
heard
think that's a very good mindset.
We've heard of it happening before, haven't we? In Duel, most notably.
Well, yeah, in Duel, but I think as a team it's a bit different. You know, you'd have maybe some people who don't agree with the idea and could cause a lot of problems. And I think it would just be retarded, plain and simple.
40 frag difference. 3 seconds before quad battlesuit will follow a couple of seconds later. Strengths, another easy pickup at the quad. I mean, maybe he's just killing the whole of the Danish team.
He's not.
We're just not seeing it, but yeah, it seems not quite likely, that one. I'm trying to move into this red still. Kind of needs support from his teammates. Does actually get that at the perfect time.
1 minute warning.
Last minute of the game.
Nice LG.
So last 40 seconds, just cycle around some of the players. Nightop's not really too much at all. ZLC, just a rail, no armor. Strengths the other side of the map, gets the frag with machine gun there. And we're back on ZLC's point of view. Cycle around a bit more. Strengths with nothing. CRV, a little bit of helm armor. Nobody really got anything for this last minute of play. And Nightop's must have just picked up the red. It's all over now though. But I guess any frag can get help on the third map selection. Impressive performance by Fransful.
Yeah, it is. I think where it went wrong for Denmark was just how easy that Strengths was able to get all these quads, and we saw that he didn't necessarily do major 8 frag runs every time with them or anything, but it was just too easy, and what that allowed was for France to put so much pressure on the battlesuit, and we saw at least twice that Lincoln was able to come away with suit and double power up for France, and really I think that's where the map was won.
35 reds to 11. It's kind of ridiculous control of red for this map, really.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a team have such a strong control of red so far in this tournament. Really impressive.
Strengths and Lincoln both up in the 40 percentile region overall. Dominant kind of aim. Gonna go to deep inside. Gonna have a quick ad. So we're going to move on to the second map now, deep inside. Have had a substitution. The very impressive Strengths from the previous round has swapped with Wins. Not really a downgrade necessarily.
Prepare your team.
No, maybe it's an upgrade. Although he has got to prove himself because Strengths just had a really strong performance on Purgatory.
Starting off with Lincoln's point of view. Again, that lower yellow in the water there is going to surely go down to Nightop's shotgun point blank range though. And we're on the Danish player's point of view. So, tactically, what do you think both teams are going to do on this map, Raw?
Well, quad's vitally important as it is on any map, but we often see that some teams don't necessarily like to try and hold quad until it's actually time to pick it up. So we'll have to see how things start off and try and gauge how each team's going to try and play this.
This is looking good
Wins
for
already.
Wins, yeah.
And misses the jump though. It's got to hope this quad isn't up early.
Wow, well, I think he helped his teammate save the mega pickup then. Oh, comes in behind, no one was watching the bridge!
Yeah, it's 1 kill already. And secured it for his team.
Wow, Lincoln getting a couple of frags straight away with the lightning gun. In fact, 3 on the board, that make that 4. As he moves to the red, it's up in a second. He's going to save it. Oh no, he's got set down by the spawner. Pretty unfortunate there.
Very fortunate for Viam that he managed to stop that momentum because their entire team had died, and for Viam to stop that there, that's possibly saved another 3 or 4 frags from that quad run. Great
timing on the attack there from Viam. 2 brilliant kills. That LG was exceptional. 54% in fact. So no, such a solid aimer, Viam.
Yeah, so is Viam going to go back for this next red, or is he just going to stay with his team and they're going to try and hold quad perhaps?
He's already missed the red and it doesn't look like he's particularly pushing in that direction, so I guess that was just a grab off the spawn, and we'll have to see. They favour these yellows, maybe.
Yeah, he's already taken the LG ammo in middle room, so unless he can get a time on LG or get all the way around for the other ammo, then he's only got rocket launcher really to work with. Takes a lot of damage from Lincoln.
Well, he did. Can't tell if he was predicting the spawn though, or just going for their health, but he does get a machine gun down by Lincoln. Didn't really do enough damage.
I think he was hoping that Lincoln wasn't going to spawn there in a lot of ways.
He does lose out on that yellow because of it as well. So following Lincoln now, who was the quad runner previously. Let's have a look at the scoreboard quickly. He's actually on a -1 net, even though that was a pretty good quad run. 5 frags. And the damage is definitely in favour of Denmark at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, they did well to stop that first quad. Even though all of them died in the actual quad room itself, Ryan was able to cut him down at the red armour.
CRV just drawing the fire in, Lincoln protecting his 100 armour. He dodged that rail, then tried to rocket jump up. In fact, he hit a great rocket and a second rocket, 2 frags. And there's the pickup of the quad by Wins.
Yeah, it's a great play by Lincoln. I'm not sure if he was intending to try and get the quad himself, but he certainly enabled Wins to get it.
There you go, 3 frags on the board already, and if their quads are going to be this damaging, then it's going to be hard for Denmark to keep up unless they kill them early every single time. Oh my god! 6 frags! He won't get any more, but he's going to get a couple of frags. Oh, he's run out of ammo though. On the LG, just when he didn't need to. And actually dropped his railgun, so a little bit of an error that. In the
I wonder if Wins, crafted that route that he took the quad with, intentionally, because we do so often see that, when the quad pushes out, teams look to try and attack the quad area because they think, well, quad's gone to red or the other side of the map, so we'll try and hold rail while he does that. But possibly Wins expected that, and he came back to the quad early and cut them off.
Here's Denmark doing a team attack on the bridge there. 3 of them. Looks like in a row going to go up there. Railgun from
Double
Gizmo.
rail kill from Quizmo.
So look at his 100% accuracy and 48 LG.
Of course, that could be 200% in Quake 3.
Yeah, why isn't it? That's what I
Yeah,
say.
did wonder why they ever changed that.
I don't know if they're quite on the mega pickups there. Looks like maybe Denmark got that one. Oh, Exu up the bounce pad. Gizmo.
Oh, nice rails.
Very nice, getting the impressive there though. Misses that one. He's not taking enough damage though. With 5 health, surely he's going to get fragged any second by a machine gunner. 18 seconds before the quad, it's time for both teams to start attacking that area. Here we go. France controlling at the moment.
I think France had already taken some red armors as well, so once again they could have someone well stacked to take this.
And there it is, Wins. Doesn't have too much armor left by the time, but probably helped.
The red will be there for him, so another stack quadrant.
So he's already got 1 frag on the board.
Surprisingly, it's only just tied to score.
Almost gets caught out by that rocket there.
Yep. Of course, that position he set himself up in, he could have seen the quad below coming around the corner.
And again, just sets down by a spawner, but what was it, 6 frags again on a quad run? Impressive stuff from France yet again. So, I mean, we've seen it, look. Without the power-ups, though, they've been, well, potentially down by quite a few frags. So, if Denmark can cut their supply of that quad, you never know the outcome.
Yeah, Denmark need to do a better job on the red armors though as well. I think France are taking those quite easy at the moment. Already the advantage being 9-3 in their favour on red armor pickups.
Cycle around from Gizmo is just holding that bridge area. Rock solid CRV moving back to quad, move away from him. Right, Exu in this red armor zone with a couple of teammates. So, wow, they're attacking the bridge. Kind of, well, it seemed like a bit of a silly attack with no armor and a rocket launcher long range, but on your own. You say, Vor, this is the kind of map you can't really give away frags on your own, going up bounce pads, etc. You want to attack as a team at all times.
Well, I mean, especially in the quad area, I mean, you can get caught on like the bounce pad at the rocket launcher yellow or LG up to red, but you should never be attacking quad on your own if the other team are holding it.
Win somehow escapes a couple of players there. Backing off as he hit a nice rail, getting the frags. ZLC can't take him out either.
Yeah, Wins is going to try and maybe get a rail shot onto this quad.
Yeah, it is a pick up by Denmark, and he does actually survive with a bit of armour. It lands right in Lincoln's shotgun, absolutely annihilated.
Yeah, and a teammate with Lincoln there also shotgunning him, so no, not much he could do. I don't think he was expecting to find two people waiting right down at the bottom of that bounce pad.
Kind of bizarre circumstance, you wouldn't really expect that. But, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's pretty good play by France there, but kind of lucky as well. He was just evading one railer.
Of course, luck involved. But, they didn't know for sure that the quad would come down that way, but they were prepared for it, and they took advantage when he did.
Great reactions as well. I mean, that first shotgun was so fast.
Yeah, those two shotguns immediately fired into him as he dropped down.
But look at the margin now, Vor. 2 frags the difference just by one quad pickup, and they didn't even get any frags off it.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that it is this close, because other than the mega healths, Denmark are being outplayed on all other item pickups.
So following Wins, seeing he's trying to put some damage out on that red. If he goes down to 2 railers at the red, Vor.
Yeah, really needed a teammate to try and push off of the bridge with him as well.
I don't know why. Who was that player that just attacked the bounce pad with a rail going up here? That's just crazy, and just, well, it cost them both their lives there. If you've got rail, surely you want to sit back and hit some rail shots first before you attack the bridge, and it didn't really seem like they did particularly.
Poke away at the opposition, try and hit some rails where they don't return any damage on you, and then the attack will be much easier.
Wins was leaving the rail for a teammate. His teammate just ran past him and jumped down the hole.
Well, Wins will be happy to have 20 ammo. He can start hitting some rails into this quad area, although Lincoln didn't even need his help.
5 seconds to go until the quad spawns. Denmark are moving in on it, although Wins should be able to hit a few rails here. And that did actually, well, I think Gizmo actually picked it up, but eventually was fragged.
Yeah, awesome weapons dropped in this quad room, but they have been recovered partially by France, so could pick up some more kills here, even though they didn't get the power up. Yeah, CRV's cleared out this quad area, no problem.
So at the moment, France again just pushing out into the lead over 10 frag margin from a 2 frag margin a minute ago.
No, they've done that in about 90 seconds worth of play, so there's Denmark dropping in performance slightly, and really you'd have to say that they had been playing extremely well considering how few items they'd had in comparison to France to keep the score so close. Although, saying that, the item pickup stats have actually closed in and they are more even now between the two teams.
Approaching the halfway stage of this map. Remember, Denmark do need to win this map to take it to a third.
Yeah, the third map, you'd like to see a third map rather than a 2-0.
I think most Quake fans would, even if you're supporting your nation. As long as you could guarantee them victory.
But yeah, I mean, even as a player, you'd rather play in a close game than a total wipeout.
25 seconds before the quad. Exu moving up that bounce, but again, a good couple of frags. In fact, make that a third in a row there. Wow. Make that all 4 in. Oh, didn't really want to give away the LG, but yeah.
3 French players have managed to get back to quad before even 1 Denmark showed up.
And look at this. This dropped LG has caused some real damage as well. Although, look at that. It might be a Danish quad here. Oh my god. I think it was stolen, but fragged instantly by Gizmo, so...
Yeah, Night Ops did make that last gasp steal.
It's not good enough though, 20 frags behind. Denmark are going to have to start doing something about this. How would you suggest they play, Vor?
Well, they've already started to get more of the reds. That was something they weren't doing at the beginning of the game, but even though they weren't getting reds at the start, they were actually winning / drawing the game. And even though they've started to get more reds, the score's actually gone further away from them since they started doing that. So you'd have to suggest that perhaps they're not actually making any use of the red at all, which they'll need to do, obviously, to come back.
Viam has got a nice stack of armour.
Yeah, I mean, very nice stack, but you kind of think that he needs to go aggressive. When he's got this amount, he needs his teammates to make an attack and for him to come in and clean it up completely. But he's not really doing anything.
Yeah, moving.
Well, he's making a move now.
Looking for the ambush, perhaps, with a drop.
Yeah, but they'll hear him below.
With the shaft.
So they won't risk dropping down for the rail or the 50 or the mega.
Alright, we could get a couple of frags here. It seemed like they shot each other or something. Not quite sure what happened there.
Yeah, 2 good frags. Red armor is sitting there for either him or a teammate.
Should leave for a teammate there. This is good work from Viam in the end. Just protecting that armor, but he's lost it all pretty much as soon as his teammate must have picked up the red.
Teammate went ahead of him onto the bridge, and this looks like it could be a good attack from Denmark.
Yeah, 20 seconds before the quad, of course, there will be one more red, which they should know the time of. Oh, almost perfect attack there, just didn't hit quite as heavy a shot.
I don't think he had quite enough support. He had one player supporting him, but I don't know where the rest of his team was, and really they could have done with being there.
3 seconds until the quad. 1 Danish player in there. It's a bit confusing, it really is, isn't it?
It's almost like there's a split in the team of, we've died at quad, let's not go back for it, but some of them do go back and just give up more frags.
I mean, it's a perfectly... Oh my god, what an amazing couple of rockets there from Lincoln.
I think Viam missed the shotgun because he had 1 free hit, but I don't think it did anything. Quad would have been dead if he hit it well.
Yeah, it's. I mean, as I was going to say, it is a valid tactic to not go to quad. You could sit back and try and counter it. Maybe pick up the items left on the other side of the map. That's perfectly valid.
Has to be
as a team,
effort, not 2 of you going in and giving up your life. Because then it's 2 machine gunners and maybe 2 people with weapons if they've managed to find any by not going to quad. Doesn't look like they're quite all on the same page.
Lincoln seems to have free run of the map at the moment. No one's challenging him with any kind of shots here. He's going to get this lower yellow in a couple of seconds' time. Or maybe just a spawn kill. Or maybe both.
Yeah, Lincoln playing the yellow armors really nicely, and if you can have one player who gets both of those yellow armors, then it's going to be very hard for the other team to do anything to that player, especially when they've got the kind of aim and dominant performance that Lincoln's put in time after time.
Well, we're 15 seconds away from the next quad, and he hasn't died since the previous, and he must have got about 5 or 6 kills.
Yeah, and it looks like they've already done enough to defend this.
Good timing, getting that upper yellow again. Team actually didn't really need it, but great rocket taking out the quad. Perfectly timed.
Perfect rocket.
5 minutes.
He fired it from around the corner almost.
Great rocket, but it's just a save, really, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah, all it does is keep a faint hope for Denmark, but really, I do think the game is probably beyond them now.
Well, it's pretty unfortunate, but...
And if there was anyone wondering whether Wins was a good sub for strengths, I mean, plus 33 net already.
We'll have to see if both of them ever play in a round together. That would be them 2 and Lincoln. Pretty dominant potential lineup there.
If only they could get on.
So Denmark just relegated to 3 players inside this red
room. Are we on Viam?
I mean, we are still, yeah.
You saw that rail that hit him.
Yeah.
That's just so frustrating to be hit by that.
Just as he was almost at the point of getting to a good stack, you know, he might have taken the next red and
maybe
start moving out with his weapons.
Done something with that, but that rail just totally changes things for him.
It's exactly what we were talking about earlier, in fact, is what Denmark in the position of the red side should be doing with their rails, is just hitting those rails. I mean, just stops dead the player in the tracks of actually moving forward to the other side of the map. You don't need to, you know, rush onto the bridge up a bounce pad and try and hit rails. You can sit back, hit the odd rail here and there, eliminate any armor advantage they might have, and then you're just building up, waiting for a time to attack together. Last red will be up before quad. It is picked right behind Viam. Don't know actually who got that.
Is he sitting on it thinking it's going to come up?
What? Well, his teammate got it. I mean, we heard it. They've missed quad by miles.
Yeah, I mean, this attack now is very dangerous to come in so late. Viam did some good damage to the quad. His teammates protect him, so good work by France.
Yeah, he almost got the better of the quad for a split second. Lincoln moving through towards the red now. Night Up's going down. 2 frags on the board on this quad run. It's like a 50 frag deficit now. It would be safe to say it's been over for quite a while here. What can we tell from this game then about the two teams going forwards into the competition for?
Well, Denmark, they're going to hope that Juvenile is able to play in their other games, because he's just such a strong output of damage for them, but really they don't have anyone that can come in and replace him at all. And it totally changes things for them, missing all that damage.
I mean, you have to say there's still a very strong lineup without him, but just when you get to these latter stages of the country championship against the top teams like France, you've got their world-class players like Lincoln, like strengths, like Wins. Damage output is just another level.
The damage from Denmark, it's pretty same-ish. There's no one standing out in terms of dealing damage like Juvenile normally would. Whereas France, you've got 2 solid players in CRV and Gizmo supporting Lincoln and Wins, who are doing ridiculous levels of damage.
And strengths on the previous map, of course.
Yeah, that was the same thing. It was Lincoln and strengths on the first map with good support by the rest of the French team, CRV and Gizmo, and this time it's Wins in for strengths, and it's the same story.
A bit like the UK with Disrepute.
Oh yeah.
Last quad of the map about to spawn. Oh! Be a nice steal. Oh no, probably not. Oh, great save. There you go, Viam getting the quad, escapes down, and he isn't shotgun this time, and Mega's up. Could have done with this earlier in the map. Wins fragged. Shotgun. He's run out of ammo here. When he drops down, he's got a railgun. Wow. Nice, didn't wait for the bounce. Yeah, so, in terms of the whole competition, Voa, how can you see these teams placing? France potential finalists?
Well, I mean, yeah, this French team is extremely strong, and they look like they're a team that could reach the final if they keep up this level of performance. Denmark, I would say, they're not going to go any further than the next round unless they can get Juvenile back.
Well, they'll be playing Russia. I think it's definitely a possibility they could beat Russia. But then they would...
Not with this lineup. I would say they were, you know, massive underdogs against Russia with this lineup.
And then after that they could potentially meet Sweden or Hungary, but probably Sweden. Whereas France would meet the UK or Finland.
If the UK can get through.
Or Finland.
Yeah. Didn't think you were going to add on that part for a minute, which I thought was a mistake.
Okay, just 1 second.
Ah, Quake Live crashes, awesome.
Just going to load up the stats here of the game. Have a quick look. Kind of accuracies I'm interested in. If the site loads ever.
Yeah, I can't log back in this, so I can't look.
Okay. I think it might have some issues then. Quake Live. It's loading very slowly for me. Ah, here we go. Right, I'm on Lincoln's point of view. Let's have a look at Purgatory first of all. Come on. Very slow.
Live.
We are live still. But I'm going to stop the VOD now.